Hello everyone, welcome back to the another virtual class of history. So today we are going to discuss the predecessors of Indian National Congress as per the further reduced syllabus. Okay, so you all know that initially when we started the classes at that time reductions was not there. Then for the first time when it was reduced, it was known as reduced syllabus, and after going through this pandemic again, then further reduced syllabus was brought in front of us. So as per the further reduced syllabus, we are going to do the revisions. Only those things which are mentioned over here, that only we are going to discuss over here. The last class we discussed about the factors responsible for the growth of nationalism. So today we will discuss only the foundation of Indian National Congress, and before that two important predecessors were there that we are going to discuss. So let's start our class. So predecessors of Indian National Congress. So two predecessors were there: Indian Association, which was founded in the year 1876. Okay, it was founded by Surendranath Banerjee. Okay, he was one of the veteran leader of Indian National Congress, but at that time the Congress was not formed, so he was associated with the Indian Association, which was founded in the year 1876. Okay, so before the formation of Indian National Congress, small organizations which were there, they were known as predecessors of Indian National Congress. It was not that Indian National Congress was the first organization. It is not so. Before that also small associations were also there, like Indian Association as I mentioned over here. Then East India Association is also there, which was founded in the year 1866. Okay, and it was organized by Dadabhai Naoroji. Dadabhai Naoroji, who was also known as the Grand Old Man of India. Okay, so now let us discuss about some of the objectives of Indian associations. So Indian Association was set up by Surendranath Banerjee with the motive, with the objective to create strong public opinion, because that time people were least bothered about the presence of British in our country. They were not at all aware, they were not at all politically conscious. So Surendranath Banerjee took up the challenge to make the people conscious regarding the British presence in India and what will be the result of British presence in India for a longer period. So for that you need to make the people politically conscious. So public opinion is mentioned over here, to create strong public opinion. What is their opinion? So to know about the opinion, we need to make them understand about the British presence in our country. Now next one, to promote unity. To promote unity. So unity is very important. Unless you don't understand the value of unity, that is then we cannot dream of freeing our country. So politically we need to be conscious. We need to become more and more conscious. Okay, so unity was very important. So Surendranath Banerjee through Indian Association wanted to promote unity among the Indians. Okay, now then third one we can see here, to broaden the base of national movement. So national movement has to be spread all over the country. It cannot be a small movement led by Surendranath Banerjee. It has to bring the entire country within its fold. So for that you need to broaden your base of national movement. Okay, so these three objectives is enough for us to understand the objectives of Indian Association. And then through Indian Association, what all movements were launched by Surendranath Banerjee. So under the leadership of Surendranath Banerjee, through Indian Association, okay, Indian Association launched agitation against oppressive acts. So many of the acts were passed at that time, they are very oppressive. So movement was launched against those acts. So which were those acts? Number one, License Act. Okay, number two, Arms Act. License Act, licenses were only given to the foreign, that means Europeans. Indians were not allowed to have licenses. Okay, so business licenses, whatever permissions required to start a business were given to the Europeans easily, but not to the Indians. Okay, next one, Arms Act. So Arms Act was passed in the year 1878, as you all know that. So according to the Arms Act, only the Europeans can keep arms without a license, whereas Indians were not allowed to keep arms without a license. So this is completely unfair. So this agitation also was against the unfair of law in the country, or this act, Arms Act. The next one, again Vernacular Press Act. So let me write the date over here, 1878. So in 1878, Arms Act also was passed, Vernacular Press Act also was passed. So according to the Vernacular Press Act, my dear, let me tell you what actually was the act. According to the Vernacular Press Act, any vernacular papers, okay, if they write against the government or criticize the government, those papers will be banned, their machineries will be confiscated. So as per the Vernacular Press Act, they were not allowed to write or criticize anything against the government. So that act was passed. So Surendra Banerjee criticized or launched the movement against the passing of a Vernacular Press Act. Okay, License Act, Vernacular Press Act, Arms Act. These are the three acts which were opposed, criticized, and movement were launched against these three acts. Okay, so not only that, next one you can see here, Surendra Banerjee along with Indian Association also struggle against a lowering age limit of ICSE examination. So at that time, as per a new act, what they did was that they reduced the age limit of ICSE examination from 21 to 19. Okay, before a student appearing for the ICSE examination, they should be at least 21 years of age. But now, in order not to facilitate the Indians to get the ICSE jobs, my dear, what they did was that they reduced the age limit from 21 to 19. So he also protested, or he also launched a movement against the lowering of age limit of ICSE examination from 21 to 19, which was completely unfair. So all these things were launched under the banner of Indian Association, which was led by Surendranath Banerjee. Okay, hope you all have understood this part. Now the another association which also regarded as the predecessors of Indian National Congress was East India Association, which was organized in 1866 in London. Okay, at that time Dadabhai Naoroji was in London, so there he organized the East India Association. Okay, so according to this East India Association, what they wanted and what was the main motive? So the main motive of Dadabhai Naoroji was to let the British in London, the Britishers in London should know the problems faced in India. The people living in London, they should know the problems being faced by Indians in India. So to showcase that, to focus that, this association worked. So Dadabhai Naoroji wanted to know, or let the London people know, or the Britishers know the problems being faced by Indians in India. Okay. So the next one is East India Association influenced people in England to promote Indian welfare. So Dadabhai Naoroji wanted that the welfare of the Indian must be done, and that is only possible when we make the people realize the real conditions of India, or the Indians faced in India. Okay, so these were the two predecessors of Indian National Congress. So after this, so we'll discuss about Indian National Congress. We are not going to discuss about the entire history of Indian National Congress. For that, I have already uploaded a video in the school channel, so you can go there and watch that if you are really interested. So we'll discuss only regarding the further reduced syllabus. Okay, now as per the further reduced syllabus, we are only asked to discuss the objectives of Indian National Congress. In short, I have written it over here, INC, Indian National Congress. Okay, so let me tell you, Indian National Congress was founded in the year 1885. Okay, by A.O. Hume, Alan Octavian Hume, who was also the retired British civil servant. Okay, and the name Indian National Congress was given by Dadabhai Naoroji. Dadabhai Naoroji gave the name Indian National Congress. So just for a general knowledge. Okay, so after the formation of Indian National Congress, what were the immediate objectives of Indian National Congress? The first one, in a very simple language, I have written it over here. First one is uniting the people of India. The main objective, or the immediate objective of Indian National Congress was to unite all the people of India. Unity is very, very important, right? This freedom means uniting all the people of the country. So to make the people aware the value of independence, we need to unite all the people of the country. The first motive or the objective was to unite all the people of the country. Okay, number one. Number two is planning the future of the country. What should be the future of our country? Will this condition continue or we want to change it? So we need to plan for our country. We need to plan the future of our country. So planning the future of the country. Next one, making people politically aware. Number three, this is very, very important. Unless you are not politically aware, you cannot understand the value of independence. You won't understand the value of freedom. You will not even understand the harmful effects of the presence of British rule in our country. So for that, you need to become politically conscious. Okay, it is not simply being the citizen is important. You need to know who is going to rule your country. That is also your concern. So the similar way, making people politically aware or politically conscious. Okay, people should be very, very conscious regarding the political atmosphere and the political situation being prevalent in our country. Next one, number four is learning to formulate just demands. What should be our demands? We don't want excess, but whatever demands are there, we need to formulate it properly and then present it in front of the Britishers in a constitutional way. Okay, so initially those early congressmen who were known as moderates, they did not demand a complete independence. They only wanted certain constitutional reforms to be introduced for the betterment of the Indians. Okay, so they wanted to place the demands in a very, very constitutional way without harming the Britishers or without fighting against them. So certain constitutional reforms they demanded. So that has to be formulated properly and then to be placed in front of the Britishers in a very, very just manner. Okay, so these four are the immediate objectives of Indian National Congress. Okay, now as per the syllabus asked, two sessions we have to discuss. When was the first session held, where it was held, who was the first president of that session, that we need to discuss. So let me tell you, the first session of Indian National Congress was held in 1885 in place called Bombay. In Bombay they met together, and the first president of Indian National Congress was W.C. Banerjee. Okay, W.C. Banerjee, also known as Umesh Chandra Banerjee. So Umesh Chandra Banerjee was the first president of Indian National Congress. The first session was held at Bombay. Okay, that is in 1885. Then the second session again 1886, Calcutta. It was held at Calcutta, and the president of that session was Dadabhai Naoroji. So Dadabhai Naoroji became thrice the president of Indian National Congress. Three times he became the president. He was very, very popular. Okay, that is why he was also known as the grand old man of India. Okay, so this is all about the Indian National Congress. Our main motive was to know about the immediate objectives of Indian National Congress, but for connecting the Indian National Congress, we even discuss about these two associations like Indian Association and East India Associations. Okay, so this discussion is completely based on the further reduced syllabus as been given by the Council CISE. Okay, so you can also refer the website of CISE regarding the further reduced syllabus. So take it as a revision and please go through this video for your understanding. Okay, so this much for today. We'll discuss again a few more topics in the next class. Till then, take care, stay safe, bye bye.